former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo shared his views on Madiba, including the characteristics which made him such a great man. Let's take a look at what his thoughts were.
Great African of legendary stature that all of us revere. And of course, we will want him to remain with us for a long, long time. And yes, he's over 90. But if one goes by the stories in the Bible, even Moses, who died comparatively young, died at the age of 120, and Methuselah was getting close to 1,000. So we all wish President Mandela very quick recovery and many more years on the surface of Earth to continue to give us inspiration as a great African leader and indeed a great world leader.
According to you, your point of view, what did it mean for Africa and Nigeria itself?
Well, for all of us, Africa, he stood for what I call the greatest achievement of Africa in the 20th century, which is the liberation of Africa and indeed the dignity of the black man. So all of us, men and women of color, wherever we may be, we respect him. In fact, we must respect him. We must admire him for what he had done to uplift us, all of us, as men and women of color. Not only that, he showed us all, human beings, that you do not have to harbor animosity, no matter how wrong those who oppressed you, those who ill-treat you, those who mistreat you could be. They are human beings. They have done you wrong. And the Bible also advises us that we should overcome evil with good. Mandela is a typical example of a man who exemplified that biblical injunction of overcoming evil with good. Not only that, he set his country on what I will call path of rectitude. He brought all the races together. He brought all the tribes together. I remember when I met him in Portsmouth prison, and I was talking about his brother, Buthelezi. President Mandela did not hesitate to say to me, yes, Comrade Buthelezi is a freedom fighter in his own right. The means are different, but the objective is the same. And he lived up to that. So he showed us the way to follow in our different countries, on the continent, and indeed in the whole wide world.
Now, Your Excellency, what you have just told me is the general picture that is known about the former president. But I just want to find out from you, what did you think about his own economic policies?
Well, if he did not, when I said he set his country on the right path, one of the things he did was not just the political, it was also the economic. After all, apart from the political domination of South Africa by the white minority, they were also dominating the economic scene. And after wresting the political power, they could jolly well have said, look, you will also be disenfranchised from the economic control and economic power and economic height. He didn't do that. He made minor adjustments but left the economy to continue to grow and to run. And that's why the South African economy is the leading economy in Africa today. If he had taken the wrong step or the wrong, he has instituted the wrong policy, it would have been a different story. So he understands what economic development means. He understands business. And don't forget, as a lawyer and as somebody who had also known and grown up within the what I call local economy. He understands what it should be. And he makes sure that the economy was running smoothly under his leadership.
What lessons can be drawn from the character of Mandela?
Well, as I said, he has shown us a life and a way of living that is worthy of emulation. One, that if you believe in a cause, you should be ready to sacrifice for that cause. And if you believe in a cause and you sacrifice for it, the chances are that you may be able to achieve success in that cause. Madiba is a typical example of a resolute person who believed in a cause and was ready to sacrifice everything for it. Two, he wasn't doing this for personal aggrandizement. He was doing it for his country, his people, all his people, not just his tribe. And as I have mentioned to you, he did not see Buthelezi as somebody who is somebody to be ignored. He saw him as part of the struggle and that somebody who has a role to play. So if you have a cause that you believe in, get everybody who can make contribution to achieving that cause involved. Make it all-inclusive. There will be people who will think of a different method, a different way, but provided that the objective is the same, don't ignore him. In fact, if you need to correct, if you need to redirect, please do so. And three, at the end of it all, he eschewed bitterness, recrimination. and revenge. Now, these are human attributes that are negative and destructive. He did not fall into that mistake. And then, even when he retired, he made himself available to be consulted without becoming intrusive, without becoming overbearing. And we wish him long life and more inspiration to those who are coming behind him, because he has inspired many. And I hope he will still live to inspire. And even when he's dead, his life will still be a life to be remembered and to continue to inspire.